All right. Who do I see in the background over there? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go get the man, the myth, the legend himself. We have a special guest. We are so excited that David took the time today to come in and uh, and sit on this car. Um, Here he is. I'm going to let him sit here and talk to you guys about this. You can look at it, David. Just know that when you sit in the chair, you are. Hello, guys, ladies. Yeah, I have this car in Europe, and I've driven it so many times to the Gumball Rally. It's a fantastic car. The best thing about this car is it's cherry. You can actually drive it throughout Europe. You can drive it anywhere, and it's an amazing, amazing shape. And I used it for the opening of the 9 to 5 musical that I did on the West End. And this is a replica, an absolute replica of the kit car, but it's my own car, and it's really hard to part with this car, the Night Industry 2000. So, get your bids in now, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm like, yeah, if you guys, if the winning bidder wins and he's in the UK or somewhere in Europe, it's a lot easier for me to drive there. But if the car sells and from someone wherever, I will personally bring the car to you, and we can have a little break a little bread together. It's cool. I'll tell you lots of stuff. I'll tell you how the car works. There's lots of stuff in that car, that is added. 325. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Go ahead. Well, and behind me, David. Please. All right, sorry. Apparently couldn't hear me talking. We are currently at. Okay, so essentially what we have is we have a bid right now of 300,000, looking for 325. Like I mentioned, the car is currently in Europe. The high bidder will be responsible for having the car delivered to wherever the high bidder lives or wherever the high bidder would like it to go. And David will do a nice presentation, probably be a lot of press there, I'm guessing as well. We're currently at 300,000, looking for 325. Are we going to get a $325,000 bid on this? We have $300,000 on this car, currently looking for 325. Are we good? Can everybody hear me? Are we good? Okay. 300, looking for 325. This is a great piece. Signed dashboard by David, fully functional interior, just like Kit. The car's cherry. I mean, the car can be driven anywhere. I mean, you can drive it down to pick up some bread and some coffee if you want, or you can drive it across country. It is cherry. I mean, it's 36 years old, but that car is ready to go. And it also has a PA system, and it's got a sound system like you cannot believe. So I put a lot of stuff into this car that is that is kind of like now, and makes it even cooler than in the day. But the kit car is still relevant today. All the cars today drive themselves, they talk, and this is your chance. Awesome. So let's try this last time here. We are at 300,000, looking for 325. 300,000, looking for 325. 300,000 going once. We need to move on to the other lots here. We got a lot of lots to sell of David stuff today. 300,000 going twice. Last chance to pay $325 on this car. 300,000 going and sold. $300,000. Congratulations. That's a great buy. Congratulations, David. Awesome. Awesome. That's great. Look forward to David showing up at your house one day with the car. We'll figure that out later. All right. Thank you, David. David will be back for a couple more lots here shortly. This is a cool piece. This is a come on in, David. Come on in for a second, because you missed the lunch with David. David, I had to know though. We got
I know.
we got like 9,000 for it. I'm really happy about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
this is one of the roads that are in the office. We can talk about it a little bit. I think this is from Palace.
Yeah, I was the mayor at the casino down there, and they gave me this robe, and it's I think what is the asking price is $450.
Yeah,
we're currently at 400, looking for 450. Anybody got 450 out there?
There you go.
450, fantastic. All right, here we go. 475, 475, 475. Come on, let's go. 475. Come on, it's a robe. It's my personal robe. It's a nice robe. It's a fantastic robe. You know, yeah, I signed it right underneath, the inscription, my name. Yeah. So 475 going once. We're looking for, okay, we're at 450. We're looking for 475. Okay. Is there anybody out there? All right. 450. 450 going once. 450 going twice. 475. Yay! 475. 475. All right, now we're good. 475 for 500. Unbelievable. This is fantastic. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. It really is amazing to me because, I saw all the stuff in the warehouse and I thought, I got to sell this stuff and give the money to charity. Anyway, 500. Was that 500? 500. Looking for 550. Okay. 500 going once. 500 going twice. 550. 550. Yeah. 600. Looking for 600. 600. All right. Come on, you bidders. Come on, you guys. I got more stuff to come. I got so much cool stuff. You're going to flip out. I mean, really cool stuff. The lunch with me and the Cartier affair that he put up was a movie that I did with Joan Collins. The Pala Casino. It was where I think it was down. Was it down south or not? Yeah, it's definitely in California. Okay, we're going for 600 going once, 600 going twice. 550. We're looking at 550. Okay, sorry, I'm new to this. 550 going once, 550 going twice. So 550.
David. Literally, he's the greatest guy. He's so cool. Thank you, buddy. You close the door? We got it. All right, that was awesome. He's a remarkable. What lot are we on there? Because we can take a little break here. 64. Okay, we're going to take let's bring David in. David's going to talk about this. Is his 1961 SL Mercedes. This has been in David's family. I mean, I think for a long time. I believe his dad owned this car. This was David's car. There's video I saw on YouTube of him driving around in it. I'm going to bring him in. He's going to talk about it a little bit, and then we're going to try to sell this car. Come on in, Dave. I'm rushing David Hasselhoff. Imagine this. Come on in, Dave. Cool. Come on, have a seat. We're talking about your family. Talking about your family's personal 1960.
Okay. All right. This is a car that has a big history with me. When I was doing The Young and the Restless, I went next door and I saw this car. It was totally covered in dirt, totally covered in everything. And I offered a certain price to the guy, and he wouldn't take it. And so he ended up taking the price the next day, and I bought it. what do I do with this car? So a good friend of mine came from Las Vegas. His name is Steve Johnson, and he restored the car. My dad drive the car. It was awesome. He was driving the car. I looked like I was above the windshield, so I looked like the Shaggy Dog movie. And so, but anyway, the 190 SL, after my dad passed away, sat in a garage for about 10, 15 years, and it needs full restoration, and it needs work. But the guts are there, the car is there, and it is very difficult for me to say goodbye to this car. But I will, and I'll say goodbye because life moves on, and the most consistent thing in life is change. So I adapt to the change and move on. And the current bid is 60,000, right?
For 65.
So we're looking at 65. We're looking at $65,000. We got a $60,000 bid. We're looking at 65. If you guys can go 65, you will get the car. You will get the car, and believe me, this is an amazing car that goes for at least $150,000 when it's restored. So it's going to take a little bit to restore it, but the guts are there, and we're at $65,000. All we need is what, 70,000? Oh, we're currently at 60.
Yeah, this is the next thing we need.
Okay, we're currently at 60. We need 65. Is there anybody out there who will give $65,000? I'll be happy to sign the car as well, and wherever you want me to sign the car. And know that this car has a big, big history in my family. My sister wanted it because it was my dad's. It really wasn't my dad's. It was mine. It's always been mine. I just let my dad use it. But it's got a soft top. It's got a hard top, and it needs work. But it works. Believe me, it'll run. So
We're currently at, let's try to get 60,000 for 65,000.
$60,000. Anybody going to bid 65? Anybody? Okay. 65,000, 60,000 going twice, and it's right there. I can see the car. It's absolutely beautiful, and I stressed over selling this car in a big way. So. Last call. Last call.
You say it.
Okay, and how do I say this? All right, sold at $60,000. Yes, sir. Goodbye, 190 SL. Goodbye, the past. All right. What do I got here? Oh, the Hoff's Gumball Rally Jacket. All right, go ahead.
Awesome, David. Thank you, buddy. I know. Thank you, man. Let me just take a step back on the car for a second. So the car is located in Los Angeles area. It is the bidder's responsibility to have it delivered wherever you want in the world. We'll be in touch with you shortly after payment to give you instructions. Anyway, let's move on. Thank you, David, for that. That was awesome. You're amazing. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. I'll bring you back for Big Dave if you're good with that. Let's move on now. We have a $600 bid currently on the. You're listening, David. Come on in. I want you to talk about this because you got great stories about this. So this is about 14 feet long. This is a David Hasselhoff, identical replica of David Hasselhoff, used in the SpongeBob movie. Now, if you're familiar with the movie, you know that SpongeBob wanted to be taken back to Bikini Bottom, where he lived, and he needed a ride. And he asked David, "Can you swim?" And David said, "Of course I can swim." I really wish David was telling this story. I shouldn't be telling this story. Anyway, this is the act. Come on in, man. All right, I'm getting David back in and tell a little bit of story about this because this is just too cool. Come on in and talk about Big Dave, will you?
Oh, yeah.
Come on in, have a seat.
We'll talk about Big Dave.
Okay, the story about Big Dave is they did a 750-pound 13 replica of David Hasselhoff when we did the SpongeBob movie, and I was really like one of the only humans in the movie. So, Scarlett Johansson and Jeffrey Tambor were in it, but everybody played cartoons, and I was the only human. So I actually brought uh, pictures of me to the premiere because I was the only one who was recognized. But Big Dave was a replica of me, unbelievable replica of me. They had 3.5 hours each day of women putting in hair from a yak. Somewhere in the world there's a really upset yak because they put the yak's hair on my body. Anyway, it's so real that I decided to keep it. And I said, "What do you do with that?" They said, "You want it?" I said, "Yeah." So I immediately drew up a legal contract, and I got it. And it was sitting in storage. Now it's in my office, and I've thought about maybe having it at my funeral, like a big tomb. People come from all over the world to see Big Dave. But I don't think we're going to get to the reserve price on this. But it would be great because it really is. It feels like me. It looks like me. It scares the heck out of people when they see it, including me. And my favorite thing was my new wife, putting her foot in the mouth. It's pretty intense. But Big Dave is really special to me because SpongeBob the movie is special to me, and Steve Hillenburg, who created it, he died of ALS, and he was a good friend. And so I'm hopefully we'll see what happens with Big Dave, and good luck. Thank you.
How cool is that to have the Hoff talking about items in his auction? I mean, I beyond expectations on how cool David is and what a great guy he is. And thank you, my man. Really, really appreciate that. You're awesome. So we are quite a bit of ways on the far ways on the reserve price here. You can understand why David would want to keep this piece. I'm just happy he let us put it into the auction. Whether or not it sells, I would love it to sell, of course. But if it doesn't sell at auction, just the fact that he let us put it in here, it's a remarkable piece. I mean, it's just remarkable. Comes from a fantastic movie. How often can you really buy true, authentic props like this that were used in films? Anyway, we have an opening bid of $100,000. I don't see any bidders putting up $100,000. We have a significant reserve on this, far above that number. So I'm just going to say, at this point, unless I see some bidding activity in the next 30 seconds, we'll pass on this lot. But what a great story. In the movie, SpongeBob asks David, "Can you swim?" And he's like, "You know who I am? Of course I can swim." And he takes him back to Bikini Bottom. He's like a motorboat. He takes him back to Bikini Bottom. Anyway, let's go ahead and pass on this, Erwin, okay? Thank you, everybody, for sitting through that and listening to David. I love that. What we have here now is a fan painting of the Hoff. The detail on this painting is remarkable. This artist is great. Awesome. He's shooting some stuff for German television while we're here, so I'm pulling him away from that for a minute. I want you to talk about the capes from Jekyll and Hyde. Okay. Have a seat.
All right. So, I've got these amazing capes from Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll and Hyde was the hardest project I've ever done. I walked off the beach in California. I know, in Hawaii, and Waikiki. I left the beach. What an idiot! I left the beach at $165,000 a week. And to make hardly any money, to do Jekyll and Hyde. I had a choice to do Jekyll and Hyde or Andy Get Your Gun, which is across the street. I should have chosen Andy Get Your Gun because it's still running. Jekyll and Hyde was the hardest thing I ever did. I used to have an anxiety attack right before the show, and between 6 and 7 o'clock, I'd chill. And I'd get up and go, let's go. I did 22 numbers. And if you want, you can see my favorite number on YouTube. It's called The Confrontation, where I played two characters. And basically, I learned those two characters by watching football. Do you really think that I would ever let you go? Do you think I'd ever set you free? All that you are is a face in the mirror. I close my eyes and you'll disappear. I'm what you face when you face in the mirror. Long as you live, I will still be here. Can you believe I can still remember that 20 years later? It's a confrontation. It's amazing. So this is a cape. I bought all the stuff from Jekyll and Hyde. I think I can't even remember what it cost me. Maybe, I don't know, thousands of dollars. But I bought everything just in case I do it again. And I did do it again in concert. People were like, what is he doing? They were like, but at the end, the wig fell off. And I said, well, I guess that's halftime because the wig fell off. And they loved it. They absolutely loved it. And so this is near and dear to my heart, as Mel Brooks is near and dear to my heart. And he wrote it and produced it and said I was the best Roger Debris and the producers everywhere. Anyway, but the Jekyll and Hyde was done by Leslie Brickus and Frank Wildhorn, who are also near and dear to my heart. So check it out, and I hope you like it. It's tough to part with it, man.
Thank you so much.
Okay, buddy. Thank you. So appreciative of that. Thank you. You heard it. Doesn't get any better than that, right? It tells the story. These are the authentic capes that were worn on stage in the production of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, starring David Hasselhoff. Where's our bid at? We're at 350. We're at 375 now, looking for 400. 375, looking for 400 on the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde capes. 400, we're looking for 400. 375 currently. Is there a reserve on this piece? What number are we? 122. Okay. We're currently at 425, looking for 450 on this black cape. 450 on this black cape. We're looking for 450. Our current bid is 425. 425 going one time. 450 now, 475. We're currently at 450, looking for 475. David has signed the inside of these capes as well. So they're autographed, they're authenticated. He wore them. They were on his production. They're awesome. Bid up. It's currently 475, looking for 500. 475, looking for 500. Currently 475 going once. And you're never going to be able to buy these anywhere else. 475 going twice. Last and final chance to buy this. Current bid is 475 and sold for 475. Part two. This is the other cape when he turned into the villain. And we are currently at 500 looking for, if he'll come in. I think he's about to shoot something. Come in? Okay. We're going to get David, I think, one more time. So let's get him in now before he skips and we lose him. You want to talk about this just real quickly? It's just an iconic photo. I think you would love.
Hey. Okay. This. This. I won't tell you the full story on this, but I was in Australia, and I said, "Get me a Knight Rider car and 3 girls, and I can jump in my car." So maybe 12 o'clock at night is when we started. Believe it or not, 3 babes show up. They're kind of babes. And the car's got a right-hand drive. Well, in America, we have a left-hand drive. And I'm going, ah! So we flipped to the negative. We flipped the negative, and we made it. And I sang, "Jump in my car. I want to take you home." And my girls thought they said, "Dad, you're a pervert." I said, "What are you talking about? I'm a pervert. Those girls are so young, and you're trying to get them in the car." And I said, "It's what the joke's about. Jump in my car." And so we did Jump in My Car, and it became a massive hit in the UK, number 2 in the UK, number 1 in Ireland. And still to this day, I did it on America's Got Talent, and to this day, it is one of my all-time favorite songs. It was done by the original Ted Mulry gang, and the guys sang the background of the girls' part. So this is a shot of me sitting on the car. Oh, went off. This is a shot of me standing by the car with one of the girls in the background, and that's the name of that tune. Thank you. God bless. Okay.
How cool is that, right? Okay, we are currently at 600, looking for a $650 bid.
Wow.
on the frame photo, signed by David, letter of authenticity included. You just heard the story behind the photo. Does it get any better than that? Okay, 600 is the current bid, looking for 650. 600 going once on the David Hasselhoff photo, Knight Rider photo, kit car included. Let's go. 600 going twice. Last and final chance. Sold.